Good morning students, we'll now start with the next topic, that is how do our activities affect the environment. Okay, for that we'll first study the ozone layer, okay, and how it is getting depleted by us and our activities. Okay, now for that first you should know what is ozone. Now ozone is an O3 molecule formed by combination of 3 atoms of oxygen. It is O3. Okay, but the normal oxygen which we breathe is O2. Okay, now this oxygen is very essential for all of us, but ozone is a deadly poison. Okay, now this however occurs at a higher levels of atmosphere. You won't find it here, it's at a very high level of atmosphere. Okay, now ozone performs a very essential function there. It shields the surface of the earth from ultraviolet radiations of the sun. Okay, so the earth is protected by this ultraviolet rays because of ozone. Okay, now this radiation is highly damaging to the organism. For example, it is known to cause skin cancer to human beings, this UV radiations. Okay, now how is the ozone formed? Let us see the formation of ozone. Okay, now what happens is because of ultraviolet radiations acting on oxygen molecule, okay, the higher energy of ultraviolet radiation splits some of the oxygen molecules O2 into free oxygen atoms. Now how do they split? Now suppose you have got oxygen here. Okay, it is acted upon by these ultraviolet radiations. Can you see this? Okay, and then you have splitting into O plus O. Now this O again combines with another oxygen and it forms O3. So this is how the ozone is formed with the help of ultraviolet radiations. But what has happened is, because of our activities, there are some synthetic chemicals like CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. These are used in refrigerants, okay, and fire extinguishers. Now these CFC, they damage this ozone layer. Okay, so now all the manufacturing companies have to make all the refrigerator free of CFC. Okay, we go to the next environmental damages by garbage which we produce. Okay, so our daily activities produces large amount of garbage. Okay, so turn the page and let us see what garbage does. Now, if for understanding that, first you understand one thing. We have all learned life processes chapter 6. In that we have seen various enzymes which digest the food in our body. Okay, now can the same enzyme break everything which we eat? Okay, now these enzymes are very specific in their action. Okay, for example, pepsin will only digest proteins. Okay, so specific enzymes are needed for breaking down a particular substance. That is why we will not get any energy if we try and eat coal, because we don't have any enzyme for digestion of coal. Okay, now because of this, many human made materials like plastics will not be broken down by the action of bacteria or other saprophytes, because they don't have the enzymes to break down plastic. So plastics cannot be broken down by this bacteria or saprophytes. Okay, so these materials, then if they are not broken down, they will be acted upon by heat and pressure which are found in our environment. So these persist for a long time. Okay, now the substances that are broken down by biological processes are known as biodegradable substances. The substances that are not broken down are said to be non-biodegradable. Okay, now there is a small paragraph given in your textbook, that is the last paragraph. Okay, now these non-biodegradable substances are result because of the packaging. The packaging have resulted in much of our waste into non-biodegradable substance. So we should change all these things which we do. Okay, so there's a think it over for disposable cups in trains. Instead of the plastic cups, we should use the disposable cups. That reduces the waste. Okay, thank you.